Over the last year, Americans have changed how they eat out. It's not about taste anymore, it's about price, time, and trust. Millions of people are skipping their old favorite fast food spots, and the numbers behind it show why. In this video, we're going to talk about 8 big fast food chains that people across the US are walking away from right now. And more importantly, we'll look at what that says about how food, prices, and customer loyalty are shifting across America. Let's start with the big picture. The average fast food meal now costs 25 to 30% more than it did just 5 years ago. In some cities, a single combo meal now costs over $12. That's no longer cheap food, it's what people used to spend at sit-down restaurants. That price jump is pushing customers to make choices. Many are cooking at home again. Others are switching to local spots or smaller chains with better deals. And some just don't trust fast food anymore. They say the quality doesn't match the price. What's happening is simple. The idea of value is fading. Fast food was once built around speed, affordability, and consistency. Now, long waits, higher prices, and shrinking portions make it hard for people to justify their visits. In many towns, families now use fast food as an occasional treat, not an everyday option. That's a major shift from the way Americans used to eat. Let's take a closer look at which brands are taking the biggest hit and why people are walking away. Number 1. McDonald's. The biggest name in fast food is facing real backlash from its own fans. Between 2022 and 2025, McDonald's raised prices several times. A Big Mac meal that cost $8 a few years ago now sits close to $12 in many states. Customers are posting receipts online showing meals for one person hitting $18. Others complain that portions are smaller, fries come half full, and burgers don't look like the ads. On TikTok and Reddit, McDonald's pricing became a trending topic, and not in a good way. Despite new menu items and drive-through tech, many Americans feel McDonald's lost its magic. For years, it was a comfort food brand. Now, it's a symbol of inflation. Even loyal families are visiting less often or skipping entirely. Some former fans say they only stop by if they're traveling and have no other option. Number 2. Burger King has been trying to reinvent itself, but the effort isn't paying off fast enough. The chain announced plans to close about 400 underperforming locations this year. That's a big number for a brand that used to rival McDonald's. The issue isn't just price, it's trust. Reviews mention sloppy service, cold fries, and missing ingredients. Some franchise owners say rising costs and low sales are hurting profits. Many of the closed stores are in areas where people depended on Burger King as an affordable meal stop. Customers are switching to Wendy's, Five Guys, or local diners, even if they spend a few dollars more. Burger King says it's focusing on modernization and marketing, but people say they just want consistent food and fair prices. That's a problem when the "Have it your way" slogan no longer feels true. Number 3. Subway. Subway used to be the lunch spot of choice for millions, but times have changed. The famous $5 footlong is gone, replaced with sandwiches that now cost up to $11. For many working Americans, that's not a cheap lunch anymore. The chain has also battled image problems for years. From ingredient controversies to lawsuits about tuna content, the brand's reputation has taken hit after hit. Franchise owners have complained about corporate rules that cut into profits, while customers say the food just doesn't taste as fresh as before. Subway is trying to fix things with new menu options, cleaner branding, and store makeovers. But people who've moved on to Jersey Mike's or Firehouse subs aren't easily coming back. For many, Subway became a habit, not a craving. Number 4. Starbucks. Coffee lovers are feeling the pinch too. Starbucks has seen one of its biggest drop-offs in visits in a decade. In 2025, many people decided their daily latte wasn't worth $7 anymore. It's not that Americans stopped loving coffee, they just found cheaper options. Gas stations, convenience stores, and local cafes now offer good brews for less. At the same time, wait times grew longer and service became less personal. Regular customers say Starbucks feels more like a tech company now than a coffee shop, with apps, points, and prompts, but no warmth. The brand says it's focusing on loyalty programs, but what people really want is affordability and the old community feel. When your morning coffee becomes a budget decision, something's off. Number 5. Chipotle. Chipotle's problem is the price-to-portion ratio. The food still tastes great, but customers feel they're paying too much for too little. A burrito that cost $8 in 2022 can now hit $12 or even $14 in big cities. Social media is full of jokes about 1 scoop of rice and 5 beans for $13. While funny, it shows real frustration. People still crave the flavors, but many are cutting back or making homemade versions instead. Chipotle remains profitable, but its public image has changed. It's no longer seen as the healthy, affordable choice. It's seen as a splurge. Some loyal customers now treat Chipotle like a Friday night meal, not a weekday lunch. Number 6. Dunkin. Dunkin used to be every man's coffee spot, but over the past few years, its rebranding to focus more on drinks and less on donuts hasn't landed well with everyone. Breakfast combos that once cost under $5 now reach $8 or $9. Some regulars say they go only a few times a week instead of daily. Others switch to McDonald's or convenience store coffee to save money. And while Dunkin still has loyal fans, the energy around the brand isn't what it used to be. People say it feels more expensive but not necessarily better. The stores look cleaner, the menu fancier, but it's missing that cozy charm that made it popular. Number 7. Domino's Pizza. Domino's built its success on being fast, cheap, and reliable. But lately, none of those feel true. Delivery fees are up, orders take longer, and pizzas look smaller. The mix and match deal that was once $5.99 is now $6.99 or $7.99 depending on location. For a family feeding 4, that extra cost adds up fast. Some customers are skipping delivery altogether, choosing frozen pizzas or smaller local joints instead. The company blames ingredient and labor costs, but from the customer's side, it feels like another brand losing touch with its original promise. A pizza night that once felt like comfort now feels like an unnecessary expense. Number 8. Popeyes. When Popeyes' chicken sandwich went viral in 2019, it became a national sensation. Lines wrapped around blocks, and some stores even sold out. But 6 years later, that excitement has faded. Prices have jumped by more than 50% since then. A simple combo that once cost $7 is now around $12. Customers also complain about slow service and long waits. Many say that while the flavor is still great, the experience isn't worth it anymore. The chicken wars might be over, but Popeyes is struggling to stay relevant in a crowded market dominated by faster, friendlier competitors like Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's. Even loyal fans say they visit less often, choosing places that feel consistent and worth the price. When you step back and look at all 8 brands, a pattern appears. The food itself hasn't changed much, but the way people feel about it has. Fast food used to mean affordable comfort. It was something people could count on after a long day. But when a quick meal costs as much as groceries for 2 days, people rethink their habits. Many are returning to home cooking, trying local food trucks, or using meal prep kits instead. Experts say the bigger story isn't just inflation, it's frustration. Customers are tired of paying more for less. They want honesty, portion value, and basic consistency. People aren't asking for luxury, they just want a fair deal. If fast food giants don't adjust soon, smaller and local brands could take their place. People are no longer buying out of habit, they're buying based on trust. So, next time you drive by your old favorite chain and keep going, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are doing the same. They're quietly voting with their wallets, saying enough is enough. If you want more stories about how the US economy is quietly changing everyday life, from grocery bills to your favorite takeout, hit subscribe, because this fast food shakeup is only the beginning.